It is Tuesday evening here in Lake Oswego, Oregon. And a few days ago, I started doing this series of live videos, unscripted, just free flowing of thoughts, what's alive in me, with the intention of giving you food for thought, giving you something that may serve you. So, I live in the United States, and for actually, well, this Bhavani, hi, so great to see you live. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so this is this free flowing video. I think about there's nothing scripted, but I did think about what can I share with you that is alive, that that I can give you as a something, as a share, as a food for thought, something to leave you with. So there's I don't really want to get political or anything like that, but we are in a point in history in there was this message that got shared from the current president, and the one thing that I want to share about that and give us is that what we can do for those who are feeling, we're all in a different place, for one, in the world, location wise, and it may affect us in very different ways. So we're all going to have a different experience. But I think that for people who follow me or who are into the work of self-development, there is a sensitivity of like, hey, I think for the most part, most people want peace. Most people want life and don't believe in war. Some people do. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that. I truly believe that things can be done in a different way with a completely different energy. So it's the energy that for me it needs to shift. So what we can do, and I know with the work that I do, there's just enough evidence that when enough people are in the frequency of what we wish to see, if we're in the energy of peace within ourselves, and when we send, share, broadcast that energy outward, there is an effect. It is confirmed. This is not woo-woo stuff at all. At this point, everything is, this is science. And I think that I just read the comment that came in here that there may be a lot of pessimism going on right now, and a lot of hopelessness. And I think that there is that. We cannot deny that, the feeling of being of powerlessness, of something so big, these missiles or these arms of destruction. But what can we do like about that? So there's this feeling of potential hopelessness. But again, going back to the fact that each one of us, of all the millions and millions and millions of people in the world, if our internal state has an effect, things can change. It is possible to change the environment, so we can feel pessimistic, or we can feel slightly, even slightly optimistic, and that will change. So it can come down to the wire of, and this has happened before in documented. It's been documented where there is an intention to harm, and somehow something happens where the person with that intent cannot do it, because there is a series of energies or events or things that block that from happening. And I personally, want to focus on that. I know that I can contribute in the way that only I can, and which is prayer, which is meditation, which is hoping for, being hopeful, sharing um, a bit of optimism. And if that can create a ripple effect, a ripple, even the slightest bit of optimism will have an effect. So I just, one of the things that I've always believed in, and it's part of my mission, is to spread optimism, because we can look at the same thing and feel pessimistic or optimistic, and it's just a choice. It's just a matter of choice in which we choose to see things. So it can be as simple as seeing the same thing. We're in the middle of what potentially could be the most devastating thing in history. But if I'm going to look at it with pessimism and I'm going to spread like indignation and anger and fear, I'm only feeding that outcome. So I really want us, each of you that are watching this, and if you're here live or watching the replay, whatever, that is my message. That is my food for thought for tonight, for today, on Tuesday, April 7th, is to pray, to hold the energy of peace, to hold the energy of optimism, to share positive vibrations, as woo-woo as that sounds. But I think, like I said, at this point we're beyond that. Energy matters, and your energy matters, and where more of us come together and create this ripple effect, we can create an impact, and we can change the course of what happens. You never know. You never know. You've heard of the butterfly effect, when one little, the way a butterfly flips here can create a tsunami somewhere else. Think of yourself as a butterfly. Think of yourself as the energy that you are putting out is going to have an effect. So, yes. Well, reading here the comments, when if we've I'm reading here that if we've screwed up in a certain way, or we've done something wrong, then that self-judgment obviously is going to translate outwards. So be forgiving to yourself, be loving towards yourself, be accepting towards yourself, because you have to become that in which you want to see in the world. That's something also so important for each one of us. We cannot expect to see something out in the world that we do not feel inside. That's why we have to find a way, whatever way you can, to be accepting of yourself, to find that inner peace so that you can see it outward. So I hope that helps. You can, so again, if seeing the behavior of a big leader, and you cannot feel optimistic, it's like saying, hey, I have a disease. I have a disease, and you can feel pessimistic about it, or you can have optimism about it. It's just a matter of what will you choose to see. And the way you choose to look at it is the difference between healing and eventually letting the disease take over. Is simply a matter of how you choose to look at things. We know that when, if in the case of a disease, that you are the one that is creating the environment, the internal environment for healing. In the case of an individual, So we can see the same thing in the outward in the world and know that, yeah, things may not go the way that we desire, but is my behavior, seeing in a pessimistic way, helping for peace, or is it contributing to the problem? So I hope that um, helps shift your view in any way. Um, well, I think that's all. These live videos I've committed to doing 365. I do them on my Facebook and here on YouTube, maybe on Instagram, but make sure you follow me on my Facebook or Instagram. For those of you that don't know me here I feel like when I'm on YouTube, I'm in the world. They're not, it's not my, the closer people I feel in Facebook. So come and join me. I have been a coach since 2016. I help people shift their emotional states to create beautiful lives, create healing emotionally, physically, mentally, and get on the path of their highest potential. It's my greatest joy. It's the end of the day today on Tuesday, and it's been a long day of coaching, and it's been a beautiful day of breakthroughs, and it's been a beautiful day of, um, of feeling these feelings of hope, hope for the future, of hope for being the version of ourselves that that is your highest potential. And I see it, and I see the change in people, and it's so beautiful when you're in doing the work, when you're committed to the work, and you have people that help you. Because alone, that's one thing that's very clear. We can only do so far by ourselves, but when we seek out for help, when we have teachers and mentors and coaches helping us, we accelerate our expansion, our growth, our healing. So, so if you want to come in, jump into my world, I have the Coherence Consciousness Lab. We do all sorts of cool things. We're reading the book from Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. We did world meditation. Okay, that reminds me of one thing that I wanted to share tonight was there is a meditation from Dr. Joe Dispenza called Walk for the World. So that's something that you can do. It's free. So if you type in, and I'll put the link here, but look up Walk for the World, Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's a free meditation. It's beautiful. It's one thing that can help you change your inner state into becoming the peace that we want to see in the world and being agents of peace, being like emissaries of this frequency. And gosh, the more we do that, really, it's like required right now. We did the meditation last Saturday. We're going to do it again on the 18th inside the Coherence Consciousness Lab. So come and join us. I'll leave the link for that as well. Come and meet other people who are doing this work, who are committed to changing themselves to the optimal state. And know, when we do that, we know that, gosh, we are connected. That when we come to this consciousness of, gosh, we all affect one another. There is no separation. We come to this place of unity consciousnesses, which I believe and I know we're on the path towards, even though it doesn't look clear at the moment. So yeah, so that's so Walk for the World. I would highly recommend that you do it. Please do it for yourself, do it for the world. Free, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Walk for the World. It's in English and German and Spanish. And so do it for yourself, share it with people, share it with your family, with your friends, everyone. And then come to the Coherence Consciousness Lab. Join us, join this community of people doing this beautiful work, book club, all sorts of things, and coaching. If you are on your path and you are at a point where perhaps you've reached a level where you're like, I don't know, what am I doing? That is, there's certain things in your path where you're like, I could use support. I could use some help with what, if is it self-regulating your nervous system? Is it gaining clarity about, maybe there is something in your health that you're concerned about. Maybe there is a block in your, uh, in your work, or your, financially. All those things, seek out support. I'm here if you feel called, if you feel drawn to, this is the work that I do. I help people get clear and tap into the intelligence that is right here in the center of your chest, and that is the intelligence of your heart. So so feel free to reach out. There's several programs. There's many ways in which we can work together at different levels. Look up heart math if you're interested. It's the base of my work, and I also tap into tapping is such a powerful tool. So there are many ways. So reach out. All right. Well, I'll leave it at that tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow on Facebook. I'll be live on Facebook for another food for thought. Thank you so much, Mandog, for your message. Have a beautiful evening, night. Remember to always come back to your heart.